This was the biggest surprise for me with going freelance as a strategist. In my head, I always thought that if I went freelance, I could tell you the 6 clients who I'd get my first pieces of work for. It would be my friends, like friends or people I'd worked with really deeply who had businesses. I remember when I went freelance, none of that happened. 0. Where I actually got my first role was DDB Chicago. It was the CSO, Chief Strategy Officer there, Tricia Russo, who I had met in person 2 times before. 2 times. I reckon I'd spent half an hour with her max. And I'll never forget it because you feel so indebted to the first people who give you freelance work. But I was so surprised because I was like, this person's known me for 30 minutes. I've worked with other people who I would have assumed had work that they could have given me. And Tricia Russo is giving me work. I'm like, this is amazing. And what it made me realize, when you go freelance, it's not your strong network who you're going to get the jobs from. It's that weaker network, that weaker circle of ties of people you've worked with like once or twice. You just don't know where it's coming. So it's so important that you continue to put the net as wide as possible. So that's why it's so important to find ways to constantly have your name pop up in LinkedIn or emailing out a broader circle of friends, because it'll never be just those core people. I got this other good advice as well from Isaiah, who's the Chief Strategy Officer at Anomaly, and it was so good and so right. I just started my freelance journey, and his advice to me was, you're gonna get work from 12 patrons, max 12 patrons. And what he meant was just there's only gonna be probably 12 people who are gonna constantly give you new work. And it was 100% true. I probably only got 12 different clients. I had this massive email list of thousands of people, but it's constantly those same 12 who you will get all of your work from when you're freelance. And I guess that was the kind of 2 surprising elements to me of freelancing.